What's going on, everyone? My name is JX, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have a State of the Battlrerealm map update, finally, man. Oh my goodness, I woke up to messages saying, wake up, you need to break this down. So yeah, I went on live stream with Eggatron and Mr. King as well, and we just predicted for 3 hours straight. We were like, oh, this person fits here. Okay, no, they don't anymore, you know. And wow, there were some surprises on here, and there are some not surprises. Most of these characters, besides like two, are from my predictions from last year, or on the State of the Battle map from last year. So they're not new predictions. It's just fitting in the updates. Like my 6 months for the next 4 months for my State of the Battle map, still the same. It's just where I put them now is really cool. So yeah, I'm gonna go over them. Eggatron was on call. Mr. King was listening and talking. So we're gonna have some alternate choices if you guys disagree with me. But yeah, I mean, I'm so excited. You know, obviously the last map I do like better with like the map of the battle realm and the story of the battle realm. But you know, the classes it's hard to predict because you have some spots which make no sense at all, like the Atuma, Misty Knight, and Mole Man. Like the only connection we could find is between Atuma and Mole Man, but there were some really obscure characters like Mole Woman, and I just don't think it's her. But yeah, we're gonna break it down from the next 4 months and then go from there. Obviously, from next month is obviously going to be Viv Vision and Kate Bishop. You guys have probably seen the rumor or spoiler or leak going around. Literally, sorry guys, that was just Boo making a post about my predictions, being excited for them. I just found it so funny that people thought it got leaked that way, and it's just fan art, They're literally just Marvelrealm Champions model of Viv Vision, of Viv Prime, who same character, and Kate Bishop turning Jessica into Kate Bishop. It was just pretty funny that. But yeah, that's what I think it is. You know, Kate Bishop is surrounded literally by Ronin, Hawkeye, Kingpin, both Black Widows, literally tied to her show. In the skill class, makes total sense. Viv Vision, you know, by Ultron Classic, not Ultron Prime, who's the MC version, but Ultron Classic, Age of Ultron Vision, like it just makes sense. She's gonna be in the tech class. You know, even Cassie Lane probably teases her. The new event, the Young Avengers teases Kate Bishop with that tag in the game. So it's an International Women's Day in March, and obviously the roadmap said Champions member and a Young Avengers. They showed the Hawkeye logo and they showed the Champions member. Like it's got to be them. And obviously I have some extra on that later on too, so that'll be cool. But yeah, we're gonna move straight on to the April month. I'm gonna talk about April and then an alternate month as well because it's 4 Spider-Verse characters, which is crazy. The last map had 3 Spider villains, which Spot didn't go in, so we were like 3 Spider villains and then a Spider hero, and now I have 2 Spider heroes, one's a villain-ish, and then 2 villains. So kind of the same predictions as Sandman, Lizard, Silk, and Spider Superior Spider-Man. So yeah, 4 amazing characters. Silk I was on the fence on because it was just hard to like say, does he fit the synergy with Jessica Jones, or does Superior Spider-Man fit it, or does Sandman fit it? So yeah, so Sandman and Lizard, you know, Lizard almost joined last year over Scorpion, and Sandman's been talked about, you know, having limitations with his particle sands years and years ago, and now, you know, more recently with Gabe saying he got some work on it done. So hopefully that means he's coming, and you know, either it's a Civil War Spider-Verse character with 1 hero, 1 villain, or 2 villains. Whatever. I think it's one's in April and one's later down the year. So it's just those 4 characters, Sandman and Lizard, on the map, surrounded by 3 Spider-Verse villains, and then Silk surrounded by Spider heroes in the science class, and then Superior Spider-Man surrounded by Sinister Six. He had his own Sinister Six. He is Doc Ock in Peter's body, so that connection of the leader of the Sinister Six, I think, is a perfect thing. Other options, you know, Shocker and Hammerhead and other stuff, but I just really think those 4 are really nailed down in my opinion. But let me know if you disagree. All right, next we're going to go with Maze Event Guardians of the Galaxy. Basically, obviously Adam Warlock fits this map perfectly next to many Guardians member, Groot, Gamora, Drax, you even have Ronan there, Super Skrull, and Thanos from the comics that fit that storyline, but also High Evolutionary, who I thought would fit the science class or the tech class, and it seems like he probably fits the tech class. He's in probably the weirder spot with really no connection to Warlock or Sentinel, but that's who knows, you know, maybe they just needed a spot to put him on the map. So, but yeah, High Evolutionary, pretty cool, could fit the tech class as well, and you know, obviously he made Rocket in the MCU. In the comics, he made Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, so pretty interesting there. All right, moving on, we're gonna go with June's month, which is Shatterstar and Forge. Shatterstar being a New Mutants member and an X-Force member. Them showing the the New Mutants is interesting. I put him next to Sunspot, who is a New Mutants member, so that could kind of work. With Longshot being him, he's related to Longshot. Longshot being the Mystic is weird, but Shatterstar is fully a mutant, fully uses swords, so it could be a skill, but I think it's really mutant. And then obviously Forge being a mutant, but morally feels like a tech character, but kind of maybe a tech in the mutant class, and him being next to Domino and X-Force Deadpool, which is just like the previous map. We had a Mojoverse spot, so I had to put Shatterstar somewhere, and Forge X-Force spot. It just makes sense. They said iconic X-Men, so Forge definitely fits that bill. Now, people said Mystique. I don't think she fit that bill of iconic X-Men, but Mystique is on my predictions now, which is crazy. Because, for years, 5 years, could be able to saying, tech limitations, we can't do her. We cannot do her. She can't load every model in the game. We can't do her. And it seems like with, Absorbing Man, with Cassie Lane, you're having characters grow, and you're having characters shrink, and you're having characters switch textures and models of the skin. So it's very interesting that maybe she's in the plans. I mean, she's surrounded by Professor X, Magneto, Toad, her son, her daughter, her romance. Like, it's all characters that connect to her. So it really feels like Mystique, which is crazy. I'm very excited to see how they do that. And so I'm gonna switch it up to the Clan of Wolverine event that I said was coming because of the previous map. And it's going to be Silver Samurai and, of course, it's going to be Silver Samurai and Lady Deathstrike. Lady Deathstrike being the tech class and Silver Samurai in the skill class. Silver Samurai is the only person I had trouble putting on this map because, like I said, that spot on the map is so weird with Atuma and Mole Man. It's like Mole Woman was like the only one that fit there, or Orca, but it didn't feel right. So I threw him there. I think it's a red herring. And Lady Deathstrike, tech enhanced character, a villain of the X-Men, well, morally villain of Wolverine, but with the Sentinels it kind of makes sense. Other like Bastion could fit there, but I just think it's Lady Deathstrike just to fit with the Clan of Wolverine. Madripoor was in Emrock, so was the Yoshida clan, so it just makes sense that those two characters would be tied to Wolverine, and maybe not Dakin. Dakin could be coming, but with so many Wolverines in the game, it's like I just don't think so. All right, next one is a cool one. It's Beta Ray Bill and Gladiator. Gladiator, a Cosmic who won the Summoner's Choice, so he joins this year, probably in fall, because, we've seen, like, July, August, now September probably is what I'm thinking. And Beta Ray Bill, to match them up with, they were on the same team, but Beta Ray Bill was actually told to be a Cosmic last year. And I put him in the skill class, which is really interesting because, he's a Cosmic, he's an alien cyborg Gladiator with a Mystic Hammer. So literally can be in 4 classes, but I think skill would work well. We're having a class balance. You see, there's only 3 Cosmics. It's so limited. It really is so limited. So that's what I did. And yeah, let me know if you disagree. I'm really curious on that spot. I heard like maybe Gorgon goes there in the skill class, and maybe like Crystal goes in the Mystic class, or sorry, the Cosmic class where I have Scream. But I don't know. I had to put a symbiote on the map because they have a symbiote on the previous map, and they have a new Guillotine character. And I put Scream because we don't have a female symbiote in the game, which would be awesome. And I put her next to Venompool, and Null's kind of close, symbiote Spider-Man kind of close. And then I put Guillotine next to Morningstar and Doom and Mephisto because it's new Guillotine Baron Guillotine, so I'm calling her because she was supposed to be the Baron of the Guillotine House with the Doom mask, so we're calling like Baron von Guillotine Doom. I don't know. Or it's it's Erishkigal, the actual goddess of death, or goddess of the underworld for the Mesopotamian culture. So that would be cool, but let me know if you guys disagree on that one. But I had to put Adam Warlock, Gladiator, and Scream in the Cosmic class, and I couldn't really budge on those 3. So yeah, we'll see what happens for sure. And yeah, so the next one is actually Monica Rambeau and Ironheart. Monica Rambeau being in the Marvels. They showed her suit on the poster that got delayed. That delayed the movie till November. So instead of July, it's now November. So I don't know how November going to do that, but at least the suit is not spoiled. It's like black and blue, which is cool. So yeah, I'm excited for that. She's a character who kind of like Blue Marvel can be cosmic or science, and I think it's just going to be more science, which I'm fine with. I think she's going to work that way, and Kabam DLL kind of leaned more towards science when he wants to do Blue Marvel if he ever comes to the game. So that'd be really sweet. And I just think she fits there. She's a weird spot too, kind of like Silver Samurai, where I don't know where to put her. Like, it's weird. Like, Leader kind of goes there. Sandman, Lizard, Silk, like, they go there perfectly. But, Leader makes sense, and Monica, so I put there. And Ironheart as well. Ironheart goes next to Infamous Iron Man, and Shuri. 3 characters she has to do with the comics. So I am perfectly fine with that. She has her show that's coming out, probably delayed again. But, it makes sense. So I'm pretty happy with that. All right, so moving on is Kushala and Agatha. We've seen 2 Mystics come last year. We've seen 2 Mutants come last year the same month, so it's a thing where I think these 2 Mystics are going to come together. Kushala obviously being a loser of the second Summoner's Choice, but being so popular. And Kabam Gabe and Kabam Mike even saying they want to do more indigenous characters, more Native American characters. So, like Forge, Kushala, even Shaman. So I really want to see them together. I think it would be absolutely sweet. And yeah, Kushala being Ghost Rider next to Ghost Rider, and even Agatha being next to Brother Voodoo, kind of like the Strange Academy kind of fits together. But yeah, those are weird ones to put together. White Tiger losing and possibly coming. I think it's too early to put her on this map, but that Kunlun with Iron Face right there could be a connection. But there are other possibilities for sure. For sure. And yeah, so last people I have is Mystique and Shaman. Mystique, like I said, goes there perfectly with Nightcrawler, and Shaman as well. We have an Outflight spot on the previous map. I think it's Shaman. Goes with being a Mystic, goes with being indigenous, going with Sasquatch, and then Mystique obviously connected to all 6 of those characters around her. I'm excited. Those tech limitations finally being not an obstacle anymore is so awesome. And the last duo is Patriot and Leader. Patriot, we saw him in Falcon and Winter Soldier. He's a character, and his shield is in the game for the longest time in the MODOK event. Kabam Gabe said we're adding every version of Captain America shield to the game. So getting that classic, classic that shield from World War II is really awesome. Being an African American, you have those connections to maybe Nick Fury, Blade, and Night Thrasher and Black Panther. So that'd be pretty interesting. I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be pretty sweet for February of next year. Tie into Black History Month like we have this year. We didn't really have a connection this month. We just had Quantumania, but last year we had Sam Wilson and Misty Knight. So it'd be cool to tie in next year. And obviously the Leader being a villain and being totally announced for Captain America 4. So these 2 characters could come for Captain America 4. If we're not having the Serpent Society, we're having the Leader and Patriot. I think it'd be perfect. Let me know what you guys think, but I think that'd work out really well. And yeah, I think that's gonna do it. We have some pretty awesome stuff. Eggatron had some difference. He thought about Wendigo, he thought about White Tiger, he thought about Sylvie, he thought about Dakin, he thought about Shocker and Bastion and yeah, it's cool. There's some possibilities. Orca as well, and Mr. King, he was on the Inhuman side of thinking oh, Crystal comes with Gorgon or Maximus or U.S. Agent. Even the Leader ties into Captain America 4 and Thunderbolts. So yeah, there's some possibilities there for sure, but that's my predictions. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed the stream. It's so fun theory crafting. I love this game. I love the theory crafting, the story of the game. It's beautiful. And yeah, I appreciate you all. And let me know what you guys think, disagree, what do you guys want to talk about? Let me know in the comments. Peace out, everybody.